Yo, what's up? This is Ipos Audio. My name is Liam Dawson. Right now I'm going to be doing a tutorial for a melody bed synth. It's going to be melody bed 001. I call it a melody bed because it's kind of like the background melody for my tracks. It's like usually the first thing that I do is set up a melody bed, then make drums, then put a bass, and then a lead, and then vocals and stuff. And that's kind of like the way it progresses. But if you think about like bands, in a band, there's a rhythm guitar, a lead guitar, and a bass guitar. So a melody bed is kind of like um, a rhythm guitar. Lead synth is kind of like a lead guitar, and then a bass is like a bass guitar. So, yeah, anyways, here's what it sounds like. It's pretty subtle. Yeah, I think that's it right there. Yeah, it's really simple to make. So yeah, let's go to File, New Sound, Oscillator 1. We're just going to use one oscillator. Make sure it's all the way to saw. Turn down the amp. Turn the filter to filter 1. Let's turn this to DAF. Turn down the cutoff. Turn down the resonance. Then we're going to go into the envelope 4, which is by default assigned to the amp mod and the bypass mod. We're going to make it pretty static and make it one shot. Yeah, and then we're going to go into LFO 5. We're going to turn it into a performer. We're going to drop these down. We're going to move this fader up. Then we're going to go into load curve. And we're going to make this shape right here. Then we're going to move this up a little bit. And we're going to put it on the amp of oscillator 1 and the cutoff of filter 1. So that's the basic sound. And to kind of get in and show you how it's sort of set up, if you look at the routing, so everything starts here in the oscillator section. Oscillators through the filter section, then into the amp pan, then through the effects, EQ, then out through the master. So it goes like usually like out through there. Envelope 4, this one right here, which is the overall envelope for the entire synth, is active right here, almost at the end of the chain. This envelope is enveloping the amp, the overall amplitude. But this performer 5, is in a way enveloping the amp and the cutoff. So that means it's enveloping here in this phase and in this phase as well. So that's kind of, if you pull open the hood, that's kind of what's happening here. So this is the basic raw sound. The only thing you really need to do is add some effects, some delays, and some reverb. Then you can go back into the performer and mess around with the curve. You can do something like this, or like this, or even something like this. Maybe cut it short. Maybe make one of these. Yeah. Let's even try putting this on the, let's see what we get when we put it on this. Yeah, let's but I really do like this sound here. It's got a nice, it's tight and kind of soft on the ear. Could even add some phase modulation, bring it up by an octave, maybe even put it on. Add some feedback. Let's make sure that that feedback is after filter 1. We're going to turn it to serial. So it's going. This is going through filter 1 first, then getting feedback, being fed back, and then filter 2. We're going to put on a high pass filter to cut out the lows from the feed that the feedback's creating. Yeah, so that's pretty simple. You could do lots of different things, pick up a different sound wavetable to go with, like I said, mess around with the different shapes for this performer, try different things, maybe some inserts, play around with it. I hope you learned something. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and peace.